Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Crusader Kings 2, the Byzantine Empire. And the first thing we have to do is we have to get rid of one of our superfluous provinces because we are over our limit. Let's find somebody who is good. Hey, Katerine, the Sacalarios of Arca. His might is touched, has a stutter, patient, charitable, and cruel. 20 stewardship. Oh, but she is a countess. There's always something. Eupraxia, are you anything? You're ambitious. What is this? You have the great pox. Oh, you're probably not going to last very long. All these great Sacalarii. You are the duchess. You're amazing, actually. Why didn't we marry you? Damn. Deceitful is your only problem. You must be from somewhere else. Kyros, Sacalarios of Lesbos. Deceitful, no, ambitious. And Romilia, Sacalarios of Seleucia. Your might is touched, just, shy, kind, and humble. And you're married to some guy who is the heir to the county of Seleucia. Okay, nope. Is it that hard just to find a regular person around here? Euphrasia, you're ambitious. You're all okay. You, Virgil, blah blah blah. Oh, you're Armenian. No. Ambitious. Okay, you are quick. I like that. You're the Magistros of Lucania, and you're unmarried. You really? Your dad's not someone special? A Lord Mayor, heir to the barony? Okay, beautiful. You are my new countess. Enjoy. At this point, I mean, there just aren't any good people left, so I just have to give them to whoever. And we are going to march back to the capital. While we are doing that, however, I want to talk quickly about someone who I mentioned in the last episode, but didn't really go into too much detail. And that is the Emperor Nikephoros II Phōkas. You see, Lucas has smallpox. Oh, come on, Lucas. That's what you're doing in Spain. So, Nikephoros Phōkas was a member of the Phokas family, who were actually a very well-known military family from the province of Cappadocia, which is roughly around here-ish, right in the middle of the high plateau of Anatolia. He was a general in the armies of Byzantium before he became the emperor, and one of his main successes was he conquered the island of Crete. And then also he moved on and conquered Cilicia, and all the way down here, in the region of here, he conquered the city of Antioch. Well, frankly, he didn't conquer it, but he led to its conquer by leading troops there, leaving some behind to siege it while he went back. And this was during the time later when he was emperor. But I'm just giving you an idea of the lands which he was able to conquer, which for many, many years were not under control of the Byzantine Empire. So in 963, so 20 years from where we are now, well, no, 40 years about from where we're going to be. I keep forgetting what year we're in. The Emperor Romanus II died at 26 years old. No one knows why. Some people think it was because he was a party guy and he just basically ruined himself. And some people think that his wife, the Empress Theophano, poisoned him. And, ooh, good. People love me more in Constantinople. That is great. So Theophano is kind of an interesting character. She's very shady, and she's a powerful woman, and she didn't like the fact that she was losing power. So she tried to rule the empire herself after Romanus II died with her advisor, who's a guy named Joseph Bringas. He was a eunuch. And, oh goodney, Princess Desdemona has declared Vash-Purkani holy war for Armenia on satrap Shahrayar. And I think she's probably going to end up winning because it's only one province. He has a lot of troops, but I can't do anything about it. Okay, they like me more in Constantinople. Let's watch that while I'm talking. So, Joseph Bringas was nervous about Phōkas because Phōkas was very powerful. He was well liked by the army, so Joseph Bringas tried to do whatever he could to kind of blunt his power. He failed, and Phōkas was proclaimed emperor, and he stormed the city. Well, he took the city, and he married Theophano, and he became crowned co-emperor along with Romanus II's two sons. So he wasn't legit, but since he was crowned alongside of them and married their mother, it was acceptable. So he continued to do great things and expand the territory of the Byzantine Empire. Isaacos of Adrianopolis accepted Princess Desdemonia. Okay, so Kreftwer's son is going to be assisting in this war. This will be fun to watch. And Shadiabak is also answering her sister's call. Once again, as emperor, there is nothing I can do to help. Count Antiochos of Bononia, he is involved as well. Countess Lady Personman. So Phokas was a very powerful person, but unfortunately, even powerful people make mistakes, and his domestic policy was very bad. He debased the coinage, he was very austere in his spending, except for on the army, and so the people rioted multiple times, and he was not a very popular guy. All these people who are related to me, this is my kinsman. So basically what happened was, one night, Phokas's nephew, I believe, and one of his top generals, John Zimisces, who had become Theophano's lover, he snuck into the palace with some friends and relatives and assorted ne'er-do-wells. Ronan's coming to fight as well to help Desdemona. And so they hid in the Empress's chamber, and so somebody alerted Phokas, and they said, hey man, there are assassins here looking to get you. And he was like, okay, well, let's search the whole palace. And they did. They searched the whole palace. They didn't find anything, but that's because, I don't know if it's tradition or what, but they did not search the Empress's rooms. So then later that night, all the conspirators went into Phokas's bedchamber to kill him, and they freaked out at first. They didn't know what to do because his bed was empty. And they're like, oh, they had been caught. They thought they were going to be killed. But then, luckily for them, unluckily for Phokas, they found him asleep on the floor. He routinely did this. He was an austere man, and I guess there were some religious icons. He was sleeping with them around him or something along those lines. He was looking at them. So they murdered him there on his chamber. And as a result, John, his nephew, one of the murderers, became the new emperor. But what's interesting about this is that John is reported to have said a quote as he murdered Nikephoros Phōkas, and what he said was, "Tell me, most senseless and malicious tyrant, was it not through my action that you attained the heights of Roman power? How, therefore, did you pay no regard to such a good service? How, blinded by malice and madness, did you thus not hesitate to remove me, your helper, from command of the army?" Now this, of course, is because Phokas removed Zimisces from command of the army. So basically, he had made his own bed, and now he was sleeping in it. He had pissed off a lot of people. Shadiabak has made Maria Aurelius the marshal. She is my niece. Maria has become Strategos. So, oh no, Froys is dead. Okay, lesson time stops for a second while we find a new wife. Let's find someone really, really good. Actually, this is the wrong screen to do it. Okay. Someone with power. Because we already have, well, we have 2 kids. I could marry someone with really good traits. But they would compete with my first 2 kids who have kind of average traits. I don't necessarily know if that's a good idea. The Princess of Asturias. I think we're already, oh no. No alliances there. The Princess of Italy. Now that might be something. That might be something here. She's ambitious, temperate, and humble. We'd have to wait 3 years for her to come of age. But that might be... She's heir to the Kingdom of Italy. But then any children we had would not... Dr. Clinical or Tristan would inherit that. So it's not like the Empire would inherit Italy in this case. It would have to be the first child in order for that to work. But we could have a separate branch of the Aurelius dynasty in Italy. Of course, that will make things difficult when we have to go to war with Italy, because it'll be a kinslaying war. Yeah, it's probably not the best idea. How about Wulfhild, Princess of East Francia? She is trusting, wrathful, charitable, gregarious, humble, and kind. She's a good diplomat. She's 14, and we'd get an alliance with East Francia. Now that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Alright. Can we betroth Wulfhild? Yes, we can. Okay. So that is settled now. He'll be unmarried for a couple years, but life will go on. Oh, are you kidding me? So without a wife, though, we have too many lands. Okay, who can we give this to? Demetra. You are a great eminence. Oh, but you're ambitious. Ambitious and craven, that's weird. Pamphilos. You are perfect. Nothing much about you. You have no power. You can have... Is that the right? Yeah. That's a shame, but, you know, we had to give it away anyway. So... stuff happens. Moving along, let's go see how the war's going. So, what's interesting about this, and the betrothal has been accepted, what's interesting about all this is on Phokas's tombstone, there's an engraving that reads, "You conquered all but a woman," which I think is pretty interesting to have carved on your tombstone. And it's because, of course, Theophano had, at that point, got sick of him, and she was with John Tzimiskes, and she's the reason for his murder. So, to end my little talk about Nikephoros Phōkas, who, like many Byzantine emperors, was a great conqueror and a great leader, but just got killed because that's just the way the empire was. People were greedy, and they were always wanting to snatch power from you. There was a quote I want to repeat here from John Julius Norwich, which I think is really cool. Norwich, of course, wrote a 3-volume history of the Byzantine Empire, which I have not read, but I see this quote, which I like a lot. "It was an honorable place, but Nikephoros Phōkas, the White Death of the Saracens, hero of Syria and Crete, saintly and hideous, magnificent and insufferable, had deserved a better end." And I actually agree. From reading the history, I think that he definitely did deserve a better end. I keep thinking about Freuza. She was the best of wives, and without her, I do struggle so to be a Basilius. Oh, how I miss her. Oh, come on. Okay, 90% chance of lustful, 10% chance of incapable. Oh my god. Or we'll get depressed and celibate. Alright, lustful it is. Yes, okay, we didn't get incapable. Thank goodness. Maria Aurelius wants to get married. You're not under my power, are you, Maria? I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Nope, no Maria. So, that's cool you want to get married. I hope that you do, truly. It appears as if our armies are easily enough to conquer this province of Armenia, but Desdemona has shown herself to be kind of traitorous in the past, so I don't necessarily know if I want her to have too much influence. Oh, by the way, how could I have forgotten? I upgraded to the Sons of Abraham patch, and while I can't have all of the cool stuff that comes with it because you have to start a new game, I do have some interesting things here. And you know, Antonios wants to have a son. I have borrow $300 or 300 gold from Jewish merchants. I can expel all of the Jews, which I will of course not do, because as long as the Aurelii rule in Constantinople, Jews will be welcome with open arms. All people will be welcome as long as they follow the rules and the laws and they don't get into trouble. We are a very tolerant and open-minded empire, which, granted, isn't exactly historically correct, but I'm doing things my way. But also we can go on a pilgrimage, which is a neat little thing where you can go on a journey to holy places, but there might be some danger involved in it, so I'm not going to do it until my heir, Dr. Clinical, reaches maturity. So just in case James dies, Dr. Clinical can take over right then and there. Shadia back looks very regal. Where is she? She's right around here somewhere. There she is. She looks very regal. She has long hair. She has this little, like, hair clip thing, neck brace. I don't know. Whatever you call something that goes around your head. So yeah, I could go on a pilgrimage, which is fun. Okay, so the Shadia back for Byzantine Empire faction is not grown. The largest is the Lower Crown Authority faction, and that's because of the Duke of Sicily. You used to love me. Why don't you love me anymore? Because I have a female heir, and you want control of the County of Malta. Yes, this will always be a problem. Should I give it to him and just let him have a little bit more power? That's a lot of power. I mean, he currently controls... What does he currently control? Okay, so Desdemona was successful, and she became the Countess of Dwin, which has added it, I believe, to my territory. It has. Excellent. Okay, so you. She's created the title Duchy of Armenia. Look at you, Desdemona. And you're not even ambitious. You're a scholar. Who would have guessed that our most active and successful family member in terms of conquest and building titles for herself would be the hair-lipped scholar? But there you have it. She is brave. She is brave. So she is the Duchess of Armenia, which currently is only two counties, so I guess I can condone that, but it is a little scary for my future. So back to Sicily. What are we going to do here? Let's see. I just don't want to give him so much power that he can name himself the King of Sicily. Managing the large staff of servants in your castle is in many ways like managing a small realm. There are many duties to be performed, and getting things to run smoothly is a true challenge. You have spent some time reorganizing your household, and your stewardship has improved. Hooray! And I have fulfilled my ambition, and I can pick another one. The next one should be improve martial ability. Well, no, I don't want to get involved in battles and such. How about improve intrigue? Maybe we can send another poop scooper to the dungeons. Wow, I have a lot of allies. But not really, though, because I cannot call any of them to war. I believe because they're my vassals. Yeah, all these allies, and I can't actually utilize any of them. So, okay, what am I trying to do here? Right, Sicily. Sicily. Duchy of Sicily. Alright. What's the de jure? Okay, so Malta is just part of the Duchy of Sicily. It's not necessarily part of the Kingdom of Sicily, but that is a huge duchy. I mean, that is 6 counties. That makes this gentleman very powerful. Very powerful indeed. In fact, if I were to go to my realm tree, he's probably the first one. Yep, there he is. He can field... Oh, not many troops though. He can only field 7% of my total amount of troops, which is actually equal to these other guys, Nikephoros and Constantios. And then of course there's Ronan here. He's number 4. Ronan, where did you get so many troops? Duchess Zene and Constantios. So Ronan, let's find out what the deal is with you here. Why are you so powerful? Why do you have so many troops? You are currently... Oh, okay, I get it, because you've kept 2 Baron titles on top of your Count title. So you basically rule that county with an iron fist. I like it. I like it, Ronan. I like it a lot. It's not very content of you, but it's cool. So I'm not going to give that guy Malta. Screw him. Janiki wants to have a daughter. Let's hold a summer fair. I don't think we've done that yet. And a daughter was born to Theocharistos Lakanadrokon and Princess Demetria. Oh, right, Demetria. She's still hanging around. All right, well, who is this going to be, then? Who is our next named person? Zeno. Well, Zeno's kind of a... That's a very masculine name. How about Xenia? That's kind of like Zeno, but it's female-ier. I like that. Alright, we're having a summer fair. That's a lot of fun. And that'll be all for this episode. It'll be a short episode. Now... Okay, where can I... It's my child bride. Demetria, where are you? You're like my aunt, aren't you? You're like Tips. Yeah, no, that's like Tara. There you are. No, that's Pelagia. There's Demetria. Oh, more people like me? Thank you, you're doing your job well. There's Demetria. And there's little Xenia. Alright. What are you up to now? Zinger has passed away at age 41 due to a period of illness. A moment of silence for Zinger, who almost conquered the Empire from me a couple of times. He and Dr. Quacksalver. Okay, so we have little Xenia. The question is, should I go ahead and give Demetria a county now? Well, I don't have a county to give her, I guess. I guess we'll wait until I have a county to give her. If she would have had her child a little sooner, we could have given her Krunoi. But so it is, so it is. Now this fair, not much is going on, huh? Oh, here we go. The peddlers are loading their wares and the merchants are taking... What? Summer fair's over? I didn't even get any decisions to make or anything cool to do. That was the lamest fair ever. And with that, folks, I'm going to end the episode. This can be episode 26, the lamest fair ever. I probably won't name it that. But thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.